A pigeon can be carried hundreds of miles away, released into a place it has never seen before, and somehow find its way back home with astonishing accuracy. And even after decades of scientific research, no one can fully explain how it does it. Imagine standing in an unfamiliar landscape. No road signs, no map, no GPS. The sun hidden behind clouds, mountains, forests, and cities stretching in every direction. Most humans would have no idea which way to go. Yet a pigeon released under these exact conditions often turns toward home within minutes and begins a journey that seems almost impossible. For thousands of years, people have been fascinated by this extraordinary ability. Long before telephones, radio, or the internet existed, pigeons carried messages across vast distances. Entire civilizations trusted these birds with information that could change the course of history. Military commanders relied on them during wars. Merchants used them to exchange news. Families waited for them to deliver messages from loved ones far away. But one question has never completely gone away. How do they know where home is? The mystery begins with a bird most people barely notice. Pigeons walk through city streets, gather in parks, and perch on rooftops. Because they are so common, many people assume they are ordinary birds. Yet hidden behind those familiar gray feathers is one of nature's most remarkable navigation systems. Scientists have spent generations studying homing pigeons. They have attached tracking devices to them, conducted experiments across continents, and tested them under countless conditions. Every time researchers think they have solved the puzzle, new discoveries reveal that the truth may be even more complicated. One of the earliest theories involved the sun. Many birds use the position of the sun as a natural compass. Researchers discovered that pigeons can also use solar information when navigating. By observing where the sun appears in the sky and combining that information with their internal biological clocks, pigeons can estimate direction. At first, this seemed like the answer, but there was a problem. Pigeons often find their way home even on cloudy days when the sun cannot be seen. Some continue navigating accurately during conditions that should make solar guidance nearly impossible. Clearly, something else was helping them. Scientists then looked at landmarks. Anyone who has watched pigeons flying over a city may have noticed that they often follow roads, rivers, railways, and other recognizable features. Modern GPS tracking has confirmed that experienced pigeons frequently use familiar landmarks during the final stages of their journeys. This made perfect sense. After all, humans navigate using landmarks too. Yet another mystery appeared. Young pigeons that had never visited a release location before could still head in the correct direction. They were finding their way through unfamiliar territory where no known landmarks existed. Again, the puzzle remained unsolved. Researchers then turned their attention to Earth's magnetic field. Our planet is surrounded by an invisible magnetic field that extends from pole to pole. Many animals appear capable of detecting it. Sea turtles, salmon, and migratory birds all seem to use magnetic information during their travels. Could pigeons possess a biological compass? Experiments suggested they might. Some studies found that magnets attached to pigeons could sometimes disrupt navigation under specific conditions. Other research indicated that specialized cells might help birds sense magnetic fields. The idea was exciting. If pigeons could literally feel Earth's magnetic field, they would have access to a natural navigation system available almost anywhere on the planet. But the evidence was never completely consistent. In some experiments, pigeons navigated successfully despite magnetic interference. In others, the effects varied. The magnetic compass theory explained part of the mystery, but not all of it. Then researchers uncovered an even stranger possibility. What if pigeons could hear their way home? This sounds impossible at first. Yet scientists discovered that natural landscapes produce extremely low-frequency sounds, called infrasound. These sound waves travel vast distances, often far beyond the range of human hearing. Some researchers proposed that pigeons might create a kind of acoustic map of their surroundings. By detecting unique infrasonic patterns generated by oceans, mountains, weather systems, and terrain features, they could potentially recognize where they are relative to home. The theory gained attention because certain navigation failures seemed connected to unusual atmospheric conditions that affected infrasound transmission. Suddenly, pigeons appeared even more mysterious than before. Were they using sound, magnetic fields, the sun, landmarks, or something else entirely? The answer might be all of them. Many modern scientists believe pigeons rely on multiple navigation systems simultaneously. Rather than depending on a single method, they may combine different sources of information and switch between them when conditions change. Think about how humans travel. We might use road signs, memory, maps, GPS, and visual landmarks all at once. If one source of information disappears, we rely more heavily on the others. Pigeons may be doing something similar, except their tools are built into their biology. One particularly fascinating discovery involves smell. For years, it seemed unlikely that odor could play a major role in long-distance navigation. Yet experiments produced surprising results. Researchers found evidence suggesting that pigeons may learn regional odor patterns carried by winds. As young birds grow near their home loft, they may gradually develop an olfactory map. Different air currents carry different combinations of scents from surrounding regions. By recognizing these patterns later in life, pigeons might estimate their location relative to home. The concept is astonishing. A pigeon released hundreds of miles away could potentially use airborne chemical clues to orient itself. Some experiments strongly supported this idea, while others produced mixed results. Once again, the mystery refused to settle into a simple explanation. What makes the story even more remarkable is the speed of pigeon decision-making. When released into unfamiliar territory, many pigeons circle briefly overhead before selecting a direction. To human observers, it may look random. But sophisticated tracking technology often reveals that the bird quickly establishes a route remarkably close to the correct one. Some researchers believe the circling behavior allows pigeons to gather information from multiple sensory systems before committing to a course. In a matter of moments, the bird may be evaluating sunlight, magnetic cues, odors, landmarks, and perhaps signals we do not yet fully understand. And despite all our technology, we still cannot duplicate this ability perfectly. If you enjoy uncovering secrets like this hidden world of birds, be sure to subscribe to Backyard Bird Mysteries for more fascinating discoveries. The story becomes even more impressive when we consider how far some pigeons travel. Competitive homing pigeons have completed journeys covering hundreds of miles in a single day. They cross rivers, forests, farmland, mountains, and sprawling cities. Weather changes, winds shift. Yet many still reach home with incredible reliability. Their determination seems almost unbelievable. Scientists studying pigeon behavior often describe how strongly these birds are motivated to return to their lofts. Home is not simply a location. It is where they feel secure, where they recognize familiar surroundings, and where their social connections exist. That powerful instinct combines with navigation abilities that continue to challenge scientific understanding. Perhaps the most fascinating part of this mystery is that every major theory appears to explain only part of the story. The sun helps, but it is not enough. Landmarks matter, but they are not always available. Magnetic fields provide information, yet they do not explain everything. Smell contributes clues, but not in every circumstance. Infrasound offers intriguing possibilities, but questions remain. The truth may involve a complex blend of all these systems working together in ways scientists are still trying to understand. Every year, new research adds another piece to the puzzle. Advanced tracking devices reveal routes in greater detail than ever before. Sophisticated experiments test ideas that previous generations could only imagine. Yet the complete secret of pigeon navigation remains just beyond our reach, and perhaps that is what makes these birds so extraordinary. The pigeon standing quietly on a city sidewalk may possess one of the most sophisticated natural navigation systems on Earth. Hidden beneath an ordinary appearance lies a biological mystery that has puzzled researchers for generations. The next time you see a pigeon soaring overhead, remember that you may be looking at an animal capable of finding its way across vast distances using signals humans cannot even perceive. And the strangest part is that scientists are beginning to suspect pigeons may be sensing an invisible layer of the world that we still haven't discovered.